Welcome, race fans, to round number 8, the finale of. Oh, let me pause this. There we go. The finale of the Sim Racing Mania Gt3 Championship, where the leaders actually Nikolai and Nikolai, come on, load fast, load. Actually, here I'll just put the standings up on the screen for you guys. Where Nikolai and Andrea Zampini are half of a point apart. Both of them are here in the server at the moment, so they both will be racing today. So it's going to be whoever comes out in front of the other will take the championship. In third place, you have Michael Nizio, followed by Tomas Golab, Madan Dinka. Colin Sanders went up from 9th to 6th. Skulian, Rassi, and Giuseppe there. I think they all went down one spot, maybe two. Dennis Van de Ven gone up a couple places to first place, or to second, or to 10th place. And then Camille, Paolucci, Michael Brooks, Jordan Schwartz, Jack Trewick going up, Francesco Minardi, Valentin Iliev going up, Matteo Vernol, Germania, and Pedro Gomez. Pedro's here, and he's looking to be on a blistering pace for this race, so we're going to be looking out for him. Then we have Andy Birch, Jonas Lagerson, Joss van der Stern, Kananowitz, Roman, who only has done one race, but he's still top 25. Bertil Wallen, who's gone up. I think Bertil actually went up about 10 or 11 spots with his finish last race. Then Flavio, Johan Carlson, Colin Forth, and Vitaly Witt to finish off top 30. And then we got basically the whole back of the pack has gone down places, just they haven't showed up, or other people just getting more points and they were behind them. Like I said, a couple of the guys have gone up like 10 spots. 10 or 12 spots, so it's going to move everybody else down. Jean-Michel, Mirko Fortuna, Raffinizio, Alberto, Arcturus, Massimo, Dino with his 3 points gained from last race. His first points this season went up like 5 spots. Dennis Lysenko, and then Thomas Holtzel, Valerio Margarito. Round out the top 40, and then your last 7 drivers, people who have either DNF like Dastan or have had too many penalties and just called her quits. Or people have only been here for 1 or 2 races. So, but all that stuff out of the way, we are on round 8, and we want to thank our sponsors. Hotel Blackfoot, just up the road from us, 5 minutes away, literal 5-minute drive, 10-minute walk. I mean, in the snow, probably a little bit longer than that because we just got like a foot of snow in the past 2 days. But great people, great staff, great prices. Definitely go check them out. FN40's podcast. Leanne and Corey, great people, awesome people to deal with, wicked personalities. And then our merch store, last but not least, our merch store is up on Tracksvr.com. Click the Shop Now button, and it'll take you right to our merch store. We have all authentic F1 merch from all the different teams, all 10 teams. Plus some stuff that you can't get anymore, like special edition stuff or Danny Ricciardo stuff that you're probably not going to be able to find anymore. And then other memorabilia like little mini collector helmets and Monopoly games and stuff like that. So definitely go check that stuff out. I think that's it for that stuff. And then the biggest shout out is Sim Racing Mania. Dino Faldetta, Michael Brooks, Tomas Golab, all those good guys that have been putting this on. Thank you for hosting this season, this series and season. It's been a blast to watch. So many good fights, so many good battles. Yeah, keep up the good work, and hopefully you guys put on another season. I think I saw on the Discord you have a couple different ideas for a different series. So hopefully we'll be watching that, and yeah, go from there. So today we are at the infamous Mount Panorama in Bathurst, Australia. The last round of the season at one of the hardest tracks of the season. 6.2 kilometers long, 3.8 miles for all those people that use miles. 23 corners, and the mountain section is sure to claim a lot of victims. Just from watching the last like 15 minutes of the practice, there's been a lot of people bouncing off the walls, which is basically the norm for this track. So one-shot qualifying, as we're going to be going into now here. Just remember, the drivers get 3 laps, 1 out lap, 1 flying lap to set your fastest lap time, and then 1 in lap. So if you screw up and make one little mistake at the top of the hill, you're gonna kill your lap time, and it's not gonna be fun. But as we wait for these guys to get into qualifying, I'm gonna head out for a second just to take a quick break, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, it's gonna be one shot, winner take all basically in qualifying. Pedro, Mateo, and Colin Sanders all being very close in their practice times, but it, like I said, one shot qualifying. It's gonna be dependent on who can not screw up going into the chicane or into the mountain. And if you screw up going into the mountain, I got 2 words for you, and it's you're shit out of luck. I know, yeah. So first lap, if it were me, I'd take it slow, get the tires warmed up, and then push and try not to die going up the mountain. And that is not to say that you cannot flirt with the walls. You have to get as close to the walls as you can to maximize your entry and exits on every corner. So when you see these guys come out going up the mountain and coming back down the mountain, you're going to get very close to the wall, and it's going to make everybody pucker. Is that a hiccup? Alright, couple more corners, and then the guys will be, Nikolai will be starting his flying lap. He was the first one out of pits, so trying to get his lap out of the way as soon as he can. Coming into the fast chicane. Come to the kink, hard braking zone. Around the left, then the right-hander. And then you're going to be braking downhill, as you can see. That's a really good shot, actually. Make sure you have a good exit to start your flying lap. Perfect. All right, let's see what these guys can do. Everybody else is just kind of just starting their laps, their out laps. So it's a long track, way longer than Donington Park. Lap times are like 2 minutes, between 2 minutes, 2 seconds, somewhere around there. The record lap time is in an Audi R8 GT3 car, and it's a 59.1 or 59.9, I think. Let me look. 59.2, so I was a little bit off. So I mean, these guys doing 2-minute lap times, that's freaking amazing compared to a real life race car driver. And as you can see, Nikolai is letting nothing hold him back. Almost out of the mountain. He's got one more corner, and then he's free from the mountain pass. And on the home straight. 4 more corners left. The right-hand kink. And the left-right, I guess it's kind of a chicane. It's really a big chicane, but it's a chicane. And then the left-hander at the end of the track. I'm gonna say if you're setting a low 2-minute lap time, you're gonna be sitting pretty for the top 4. And if you can get a 59.9 in there, you're probably going to get pole. Nolan Carlson with 2:05.4. Oh, Nikolai going wide. I don't know if that's gonna. Oh, 2:05. That's a good lap. Pedro's coming down the home straight. As his Drivatar's head decides to load in. Oh, it's gone again. That was back. I think we had that same glitch last year too. All the drivers starting to come across the line. Matteo Vernol. I got penalties to go through after qualifying too. And I actually had to remind Michael Brooks about a couple for this race. Because they came from Monza, which was 2 races ago. And then he was almost going to forget to apply them for this race. So Pedro Gomez with a 2:0.144. That's a very quick lap time. Holy crap. Okay, where are our boys? Colin's still in the pit lane. Where the heck is Jack on my board? There he is. Nope. Jack taking damage. Okay, I went to click on Ben and Jordan popped up. Cool. And Michael Brooks did tell me he's just here to just drive. He's not here to get points or anything. He's just here to drive. Tomas is not showing up today. Anti-Rassi's not here today. Colin's out doing his warm-up lap. See how Dennis Van de Ven does. Andrea Zampini in 5th. And yeah, like I said, there's lots of penalties, so positions are going to change lots. Dino up into provisional 9th. Holy, look at him go. He got 3 points last week. He jumped up like 6 spots. Van de Ven coming through in a provisional 10th after everybody else comes through at the same time. Jack is kicking himself. Let's see what he could do. Hopefully he doesn't have a lot of damage. And he can make his an out, a flying, and an in if he goes over it. At the end of their flying, yeah. They are allowed to escape after they've finished their flying lap. They are allowed to hit the escape button instead of driving all the way back around, apparently. That's going to put Jackaboy in provisional 13th. I mean, that's still not bad. Even though he's upset with himself, that's still not bad. Provisional 13th after having a little bit of a mishap in the mountain. Like I said, the mountain is going to claim many, many, many people today. Colin is just starting his flying lap. I wonder, Jordan's out on his... Jordan just left the pits. Michael is just starting his flying lap. And then Paolo Nucci looks like he's just started his flying lap, so... Then Ben Schooling, let's see where Ben's going to be. Mr. Ben has a penalty as well. After last race? I think it was after last race. He got a penalty. But yes, there's lots of grid penalties. Not just penalties, grid penalties. Ben getting a little bit squirrely going over the bump. Ben Schooling with a 59.8. Holy Lord. He was flying. All right, well, we're going to ride on board with Colin. Mr. Sanders, Colonel Sanders. See how he can do through the mountain pass. Getting a little bit of air before they come back down the hill in the difficult braking zone. One more corner to go before he's free of the mountain pass, and then we can see what happens. Getting all kind of close and personal with that wall at the end of that hairpin there. Now we have the long stretch before the hard breaking point. Jordan Schwartz comes across the line in provisional 6th. Colin's got 2 more corners. Let's see what he can do. Judging by his sector times, it's going to be like top 5, I think. Gets a good exit out of the last corner. Hey, top 5, I was right. Puts Colin provisional 5th. Oh, Michael and Paolo not setting lap times. I'm assuming they got invalidated for going off track. Unfortunate. But like I said, Michael Brooks is just here to kind of hang out and have fun. Alrighty then. So we got Ben Sculian on pole, Pedro Gomez second, and Nikolai Bezrukov taking your top 3. And you got Matteo Vernol, Colin Sanders, Madan Dinka, Jordan Schwartz, Andrew Zampini, and Valentin Iliev, and Andy Birch rounding out your top 10. So it's gonna be an interesting turn 2. If everybody makes it through turn 1 safely, turn 2 is going to be very interesting. But I'm gonna play our little commercial video here. I'm gonna go take a quick break, and I will be right back. Alright everybody, I am back. Let's go over our starting order here. Remember, this is all before penalties. I'll go over this and then we'll go over penalties. So starting on row 1, you got Ben Sculian, Pedro Gomez. Row 2, you have Nikolai and Matteo. Oh, there's an Aston Martin spun around. Row 3, you have Colin Sanders and Mada and Dinka. Row 4, you have Jordan Schwartz and Andrea Zampini. Row 5, you have Valentin Iliev and Andy Birch. Row 6, you have Dastan and Arcturus. Row 7, you have Dennis Van de Ven and Dino Faldetta. Ooh, Dino actually qualifying for provisional 14th. Good for him. Row 8, you have Jonas Lagesson and Jack Trewick. Row 9, Joss Vanderstern and Ricardo Aznagi. Row 10, Johan Carlson and Valerio Margarito. Row 11, Antonella Mastro and JJ Mistral. Row 12, Michael Brooks and Paolo Nucci. And that'll be it. We've only got 24 drivers today, so that's your grid for this race. Which, I mean, considering we've gone with 30-some drivers every race this season, and we've only got the last race where the top 24 drivers are still here, that's awesome. But now on to the not so nice stuff. Going back to Monza, as I said, we didn't have the incident reports from Monza, as all of the stewards and stuff were busy. It was Halloween weekends, so I mean, hey, people with their families, that's more important. So for this race, we have a few people with grid penalties that are going to apply to this race because they weren't able to apply them to Donington because they hadn't been finished yet. So from Monza, Andre Kananowicz has a 3-place grid penalty, and I don't even think he's racing today. And then JJ Mistral has a 10-place grid penalty, so he's going to be moving all the way down to the back of the pack. And then from last race, there was a few more last race than there was this race, but Matteo Vernol got an official warning. So nothing major there. Official warnings at this point in the stage, unless you get 3 of them in one race, aren't going to really hurt you. Ben Sculian, poor Ben, he qualified pole. He has a 5-place grid penalty, so he's going to be going down 5 spots. Vitaly Vitt actually had a little bit. He got an incident report put on him from the stewards just because he drove around the track with 3 tires. He forgot to change tires or repair. No, it was repair damage is what he forgot to do when he went into the pits to get his 4th tire put on. So he had to go around and do a full lap with 3 tires and come back in to get his tire put back on. So they just wanted to put it in here that, hey, he drove on the track with 3 tires, which is very unsafe, but he did it in a safe manner, stayed off the racing line. Giorgio Sorelli, who is actually not racing today because he's sick or has family plans, he's got a 5-place grid penalty for this race, but he's not here, and he got disqualified from last race. So his first race he appeared, he got disqualified, and it's the same reason everybody else is getting DQ'd, is not following the 2 tire compounds for the race. So like softs for the first half of the race and then mediums for the second half. And then the biggest penalty goes to Vitaly Vitt. He has a 10-place grid penalty for this race. He got an official warning from last race, which puts him at 3 official warnings. So to start this race off, he's getting a drive-through penalty. So he's starting with a 10-place grid penalty, and he has to start the race with a drive-through. I just feel so sorry for the guy. That's all I can say. I just feel sorry for the poor guy. That sucks. But hey, you commit the crime, you gotta do the time, right? So. And I just saw Michael, I just seen him in the incident report doc going through and setting up the grid order with all the penalties and stuff. So when we get back on track in the race, we'll be able to see where everybody is, as the guys are just out doing a couple more laps in their warm-up just to get things. Jackaboy's still in the pits. Is Colin out? Nope, Colin's still in. Colin just went back in. Yeah, we just saw that. Doing a test pit. See how slow he's got to go or when he's got to slow down. Don't want to get any drive-through penalties for that. Hey, Joss is here. I didn't even see him. Haven't run bombarded with him today. Yeah, I was just quiet for a second, just asking Howard if he wanted to give his thank yous. Like I said earlier, thank you to all the guys at Sim Racing Mania for hosting an awesome GT3 championship season series thing, what have you. And then also, like I said, thank you to the sponsors, Hotel Blackfoot, FM40's podcast, and then our merch store. So tracksvr.com, click shop now, and it'll take you to all of our fabulous merch that we have. All authentic F1 stuff, plus some collectible memorabilia and stuff like that. Yeah, we did too, didn't we? Yeah, we sold. Yeah, we have a couple signed hats actually. We got Perez, Verstappen, and Ricardo now, right? Oh, and then he's just let me know that we're getting a Charles Leclerc signed hat too. So they will all be available on the website. So make sure you're keeping your eyes peeled if you're into that kind of stuff. Oh, we also have. Should I talk about that one? It is not a signed picture. It's a signed. It's a piece of Vettel's Aston Martin. Body, yeah, the bodywork from his Aston Martin. In-race photograph. Yeah, something like that. We were trying to figure it out. I think we figured it out to be that. And then a little authenticity card that he has signed or whatever. Yeah. So. Whoever purchases it, yeah. And put their name as the owner and stuff. 1K Canadian. So all you Europeans, what is that, like 850 or something? 850 pounds or euros, whatever you guys use. So go look. Go look. Whoa. That would be a telltale of, hey, we're going to race soon. We got, yeah, oh, they're doing another warm-up session. Michael still hasn't set up the grid. Come on, Michael, hurry up. He's racing today, so he's not. He's trying to do racing stuff, and he's trying to figure things out.
All the new subscribers.
That's the one thing I wanted to do. Yes, thank you so much to everybody for getting us to that 100 subscriber mark. We've hit 102, as I just got a text message from Mr. Colonel Sanders. He lost internet apparently, so I don't know if he's going to be rejoining or not. Let me just ask him. I just sent him a message there, Michael, so let me see. Michael Brooks being a hero amongst men, he's actually restarted the warm-up so Colin could rejoin if he can. Michael, he just texted me, so I'm just waiting to see what he says, and I saw that you messaged him in the Discord as well, so. And Michael also let me know that he had a track cut at the top of the mountain, which is why he didn't have a lap time in the qualifying. See, I knew it. Everybody's going to either hit the wall and get their lap deleted, take lots of damage, or whatever. It's going to be one of those many, many things. Bathurst. Yep, they are an interesting beast. That is for sure. Colin just messaged me. I don't think he's going to be able to. He says he still doesn't have any internet. I'm just checking with him to see if he wants me to let you guys know to go ahead without him. Colin is trying his darndest to get in. Yeah, his internet has completely died, so I'm just waiting. Starlink. We do, yes, we do. And Colin is in one of those rural areas. Well, he literally just messaged today at 8 a.m. our time that he just got home from work. So he's like, I'm going to go have like a 3-hour power nap, get up, eat some food, and then come race. So he's a hard-working boy. Oh, he might have internet back unless he's using his 5G on his phone. We will see. We will see. Well, while we're doing that, let's go on board with some of our. Is Jackaboy out driving around? No, Jackaboy's in the pit lane. Let's go see. Got on board with Ben, who's got a 5-place grid penalty. Ricardo Aznagi. Oh, Ricardo joined. I didn't even see that. Well, no, he was here. We saw his car facing the wrong way up the mountain. I do remember seeing him. Sorry. It's my bad. Oh, draft is going to be massive here. It's going to be huge. Out of turn 1, massive long straight going uphill. So people are going to be making sure they use the draft for that. And then coming out of the hairpin from the what is the word I'm looking for? Coming out of the hairpin onto the back straight before you come into the chicane. Another big long draft area with just a kink. So drafting is going to be good if you can stick with them, stay behind them through the mountain. I'm not sure, Michael. I'm honestly not sure how. He's waiting for his PC to update, so. I guess it's already like 10 p.m. there, hey? 9 or 10 p.m. depending on where you are. Some guys probably 11. Oh, Tuesday night? Frick, that's dedication, guys. Yeah. Yeah. And then you get to the middle, it's about 8 or 9, yeah. Then the time change screwed everything up last week. And then it screws everything up again this week because everything changes 6 days later. Yeah. Yeah, because theirs happened last Monday or whatever, and ours happened on Sunday, so 7 days of difference. Like, just do them all at the same time. It'd make life so much easier. Yeah, it's just a social construct, right? It doesn't actually exist. We as humans created time, and we are dumb. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to race. Yeah, he's out. He just confirmed it. Michael, he just confirmed it. Go ahead, Michael. You can get all the boys started. Let's do this thing. I want to see the shit show shenanigans that is Mount Panorama. It's going to be interesting. Yes, good luck to all of the drivers. I hope you all pray hard when you're going through the mountain pass. All non-essential personnel leaving the grid now. All right, here we go. Let's go. Let's do this. Where is our boy Jack? There he is. Wait until everybody gets out on track. So as you can see, Ben went from first to sixth because of his penalty. Brooks still in last. JJ Mistral got lucky and only went down to 21st. Unless Michael just was like, screw it, I'm going to put myself at the back. He probably did that on purpose. Can almost guarantee he did that on purpose. Are we doing just a one corner warm-up lap? That's a really weird place for them to start. I wonder if they're just, if he's figured out how to set it up to do the last corner.
Well, that's what a fast rolling start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they only do the last corner. So if you guys if you've played ACC or iRacing, they do what R Factor calls a fast rolling start, and it's basically you just do a rolling start in the last corner. It's literally all it is. So you have 300 meters to warm up your tires and your brakes, and then it's gung-ho from there. Oh, no, it looks like they're doing a full... They are doing a full lap. Then why did they... That was a weird place to start. That makes sense. That would make sense to green flag it through that corner instead of after that corner, because if you get a long line, because V8 supercars run how many cars at this track? Like 30? And if you get a long line, even though you're double file, you get a long line, those guys still have to go around the corner where the first half are already on the straight. So it kind of gives everybody at the back half of the pack an unlucky or unfair disadvantage. The front half gets the unfair advantage, the back half gets the unfair disadvantage. That's the word I'm looking for. Turn the cars down a little bit. They are loud going up this hill. It's true. They're walled in. Look at the fans. Holy. That was bad. I don't know if you guys heard that, but Howard just said the hills are alive with the sound of music. I mean, if you're a race fan, I guess that is very, very true. If you're a race fan. Oh, Jack's got a familiar face in front of him, Mr. Dino Faldetta. Then when they come out of the mountain, they'll come down the straight, come out of the chicane, they'll bunch up. Oh, they'll probably bunch up before the chicane, right before it. Go through the chicane double file, get nice and close, nice and comfortable. All right. Everybody just being patient. That Corvette safety car. I was gonna say it's lame. It's a crappy Corvette safety car. It doesn't even look nice. Everybody's warming up their brakes. All right. Let's see what happens. So, like I said, turn 2 going to be very interesting. Turn 1 shouldn't be too bad. Turn 2 going to be very interesting. And here we go. Green flag. Let's go. Those little PS1 graphic flag wavers. Ooh, Jack's setting up the inside of Dennis Vandeven, who breaks, like, I don't know if he braked early or late or what happened there. Now we got the shenanigans, which will be turn 2. And they are pretty tightly packed. The front of the grid is kind of spread out a little bit, but these guys not so much. Here we go. Everybody's nice and patient. Don't want to make any mistakes early. You got hour and 15 minutes to go before real push time, or hour to go before it's real push time. So far, but look at this camera angle. Oh, no, Dennis Vandeven going to the wall. The only driver here for Team Future today, Anti-Racity, I do believe, is still sick, and Tomas had personal stuff to take care of. So I hope Auntie is doing okay, and Tomas, I hope your day is going well as well. Like I said earlier in the stream, we just had a foot of snow in like a day and a half. So we've been shoveling and driving through that crap for like 48 hours. Yeah, 4 to 6. For all the Americans that follow Fahrenheit. Some of them. Some use Celsius still. But they also, like we talked about last week, they use stones as the unit of measurement. Yeah, for all you European people, please tell us how this came to be. Are they square? Do you just go to the river and pick one up and go, oh, it's a stone? Jack making up a move. Yep. Following Dino through the pack. Yep. Sorry, we're rambling on about some stupid unit of measurement. There's racing going on. Jesus. Dino sending up the inside. I think that's Andy Birch. Yep, the 72 of Andy Birch. Jack's got a good run. He's got the draft now too. Looks like Andy's gonna. Oh, Jack is opting for the outside line. Yep, Andy Birch gives it to him. Oh no! Oh, big crash behind.
Oh no!
Where'd it go? Oh, let's. Oh, yep. Look at them all. Oh no! I called it. Turn 2. I was a lap late, but I called it. Or a lap early, but I called it. Pedro, yeah, like we said, Pedro's just going to drive away with it. Ben Scully in here and Madad, 2 big. Whoa! That Boatley getting all kinds of air. 2 big, massive cars going at it. The sumos of the GT world. Oh, sliding those cars through the downhill section of the mountain pass. Coming in the slow hairpin. Now we got a nice little draft. Oh, I forgot to go over a very important thing, actually. The success ballast. Tomas isn't here, so he doesn't have any ballast. Nikolai has 25 kilograms of ballast, as Ben Scullion making a move in the kink. Easily made it stick. Now he's got to work to catch his teammate Jordan Schwartz in the Team Future Red Porsche. Nikolai had 25 kilograms of weight ballast. Colin Sanders, who unfortunately, internet issues, had 15 kilograms of weight ballast, along with Andrea Zampini, who also had 15 kilograms of weight. And then Michael Brooks and Michael Nitzio, the 2 who like to battle a lot in these races, both have the same weight of 5 kilograms added to their car. So those are your weight ballasts. So Nikolai, even though he is about 2.5 seconds off of Pedro at this point, he's still doing good with the most weight out of everybody else on the track. So he's got Matteo Vernol. Yep, it's already a handful. Oh, they are a freaking nightmare to drive. Unless you like driving something difficult, then I mean, hey, they're fun. It's just a different challenge. It's a way completely different driving style compared to the rest of the cars. It's very oversteery. Let's go on bull with Jacoboy Trewick. He's still behind Dino. He's just hanging out behind Dino in 11th place. So he went from 15th to 11th. I mean, hey, can't complain. He's doing good. Oh, slow car on track. That is Vitaly Vitt, I do believe. Oh, Valentin Iliev, actually. So he's going to have a little bit of damage. It might be, Jack looked like he got a little bit squirrely coming out, a little bit of an oversteer snap. He's got a massive draft, though. Massive draft. And Valentine, like we said, Valentine's going to have damage. I don't know if he took himself out or... I'm not going to say take himself out, but had a driver mishap in the mountain pass, which happens a lot. It is Bathurst. Andy Birch is in the pits, fixing all of his damage. I mean, he got spun around because he got himself all squirrely by hitting the grass. It kind of started with him making a driver mistake, and then it just unraveled from there. This is a good little fight. We got Vandeven, Laugesen. Where is Mike? Vandeven, Laugesen, and Iliev. 2 Porsches and then a BMW, and then Jacoboy Trewick in the Corvette. Oh, look who's coming up in the back. Michael Brooks. Coming up from behind in that red and white Ferrari. And then you got Just Van der Sturen in the bright orange BMW in the back there. Ooh, Ben Sculian's got past Jordan Schwartz, and he's already on the back end of Matteo Vernol. I wonder if Jordan had a little bit of a bobble. A little bit ago. This is going to be a fun little battle. Matteo taking all kinds of gravel. They just slide it through there. There's no fear. I've always said whoever likes to drive this track must have a death wish. Both. Both. Because you're not going to go through the mountain that kind of speed unless you're stupid or, like Howard said, got big balls. Or both. And I'm still going to bet it's both. No. No, I was here I came in to see how you guys were doing the one race. I think it was the first one or the second one. Might have been the second one. Because I remember one of the teams crashed and lost a front tire, and and the race got red flagged or whatever, and then you guys were able to join back in. So I remember that part clearly. This is a good little fight. And all three German manufacturers. Matteo Vernol a little bit better on the brakes than Nikolai there. Now we got the draft. We got the drag race going up to turn 2 to enter the mountain pass. Jacoboy Trewick up 6 spots from his 16th. Dino Faldetta up 5 spots. Dastan up 3. Ben Sculian, yes, it says Ben Sculian's down 3, but that's because he's qualified pole and actually started 6th. So. Ooh, Matteo getting squirrely. That's okay. You can't really pass going through the mountain unless somebody really commits seppuku. Oh, Matteo is just all over the road. What's going on? That pressure of that big BMW behind him. Oh, Ben. Yeah, he backed out. I saw those taillights light up real quick. He backed out fast. You can think about it. It's not going to go very well, though, for either driver. It's too sketchy to go too wide. That is literal death wish moment. That will destroy your race if you try going too wide. But yeah, you see Ben Sculian's light come on. Those brake lights lit up so fast when they went around that right-hander. All that pressure, man, and Ben not having any. Although we did see Ben Sculian was the only one to hit a 1:59 lap time in qualifying. He was like 4/10 faster than Pedro in qualifying. And because these three are battling, Pedro is pulling out a massive gap. That is just insane. But with these battling, they're going to pull Jordan Schwartz and Mada and Andrea Zampini right to him. Oh, Andrea Zampini in the background taking a little bit too much grip. Michael Brooks up 10 spots. He's trying to do the last to first challenge. Where is he? He's like 3 seconds behind everybody. Here he is. He's got a little bit of a tailgater. Jonas Laugesen behind him. Oh, he's got Vandeven in front that he can see going up the road. He needs a draft buddy. He needs to just work together with Jonas behind him. Jackaboy's caught a little bit of ground to Dino. Dino must feel bad because I was razzing him last week for finally getting points. He's actually putting on the race skill now, showing what he can do. I know what I'm doing. I'm not slow. I never said you were. I just thought it was funny that you won race. You've got points, and now you're sitting in the top 10. I don't know. One thing I don't know is the pit strategies for this race. I do not know how they're going to play out. I'm assuming everybody's going to have to do 2-stop because there are 2 very long flat-out sections. But I'm not sure. That gap now at 8.5 seconds. Pedro just pulled out a second to these guys this lap. That is insane, man. It's insane. Ben is making a move up the inside of the kink. He's finally got his opportunity. Mateo still got the inside line, though.
Oh, boy.
Oh, but he's going for the cutback. Ben Scullian's trying to force it. That was a good try, though.
Yeah.
I think, like I said earlier, Mateo is just a little bit more confident on the braking, and it's been showing the last few races that he can make that R8 break a good car length and a bit later than everybody else is. So that's going to be the defining factor to pass him. Is you got to make sure you're in front of him going into the braking zone, or else he's just going to outbrake you. Let's go, pal. Let's go. He's going to try it up, but he's got the outside line this time. Colin's back online now. He's 15 minutes. He's back online. Oh, Mateo's still got the inside line. Ben getting all out of sorts. That's unfortunate, Colin, that you had internet issues right at the worst time possible. See, now these two battling is allowing Nikolai to pull away. He's going to try to push to catch Pedro now. And I think if he can pull far enough away from these guys and Mateo can hold Ben up, Nikolai will actually be able to stay ahead of Ben going into the first pit strategy part. Oh, something happened to Jackaboy. Tapped the wall a little bit. Losing a few spots. That's okay. He's still up in 13th. He only lost like 3 spots. That's not bad. And it was to those guys that you literally watched right past him. Oh, he's got major damage though. Go back on board with these boys. Antella Mastro coming into the pits. Oh no! Mateo Vernol takes out Nikolai at the going into the chicane. That gives Ben 2 free spots along with his teammate. Oh, Mateo slow on. Oh, he was gentleman. He gave Nikolai the spot back after taking him out. Oh, Mateo, I know I was talking you up with your being good on the braking, dude, but you didn't need to be that mean. And Dastan is caught up to Andrea Zampini now, so he's going to have a nice little draft going up the hill. Yeah, that's what I figured. Just getting the update on Jackaboy Trewick. He's definitely going to have to pit. That steering link damage and suspension damage is not being friendly. Dastan with the easy pass with the draft there. Easy peasy. Now Dastan can push to catch up to Mada. Let's see. Ooh, Valentin Iliev fighting with Michael Brooks after his little bit of an incident. Oh, Michael's squirrely through the hairpin. Just a little bit of tap. Yeah, I don't know how hard he hit it, but I watched him go up. We were on board with Valentin. All I see is Michael's cars go sideways. And, oh, shite. That's not good. Valentin's all over him. Oh, I have a voicemail. Must stream the race. Phone call can wait. Valentine making Michael work hard. Battle for 11th. I mean, he's making him work. Let's see if there's any other battles going on. Not really. Everybody's starting to spread out a little bit. They're losing their drafting partners. Schooling with the fastest lap of a 2:02.0. Remember, every point counts, especially in the last race. And Nikolai right now is behind Andrea Zampini, who are the two in the race for the championship. So Nikolai is going to have to push hard to get back past Andrea Zampini. That half-point gap, it's going to get all laid out on the line. I mean, if it's going to come down to penalties and stuff, but I mean, Matteo Vernol's behind him, so even if Matteo did get a penalty and stayed behind Nikolai, it's not going to affect anything. Nikolai has to get in front of Zampini there. And Dastan is pushing hard. He's actually caught Madon. He's all over the bumper of that Boatley. Really all over the bumper of that Boatley. He's not giving him any ground. Zampini and Vernol are teammates. I totally forgot about that. Tomas just came in the chat and go, I didn't want to say it, but those two are teammates. Just saying. Tomas here to stir up the pot a little bit. How are you doing, sir? Dastan pulling up alongside to come into the kink. Mada maybe try to get the cut back. Nope. That Aston Martin a little bit more power coming into the kink. That was Mada getting a little bit out of sorts. Actually lost the tail end in that kink. I don't know, or in the chicane. Don't know what happened. Zampini's he's got to work hard now. Zampini really has to work his butt off. Matteo is, that gap's still 1 second. I mean, it's not impossible for Matteo to get back past Nikolai, but with the way they were fighting early on, I think Nikolai's just better through the mountain than Matteo is. But we will see. I still don't know how Mada makes that Bentley go around this track. That thing is so big. Ben is actually gaining on our leader, Pedro Gomez. He's actually gained about half a second this lap. Let's go on board with Van de Ven, as he's right on the tail of Dino Faldetta. The founder of Sim Racing Mania is under pressure by Team Future's Dennis Van de Ven. And Michael Brooks is lurking in the back in the shadows. And that is actually a blue flagged car of either Johan Carlson or Andy Birch. I'm not sure which one, but it is a back marker. And Michael Brooks is caught right up now as these guys catch the back marker in the mountain pass. That's the worst scenario you can have at Bathurst, is catching a back marker in the mountain, because then you got to wait all the way through the mountain to get to the straights to be able to pass them. Yep, that is definitely Andy Birch, as we see the 1 lap down counter. Van de Ven getting a nice draft off that Ferrari. Sending it up the inside in the kink. Then we have to catch up to Andy Birch in that blue flag, that back marker. Let's see if he lets them by on the, or before the final corner. Dastan coming to the pits for his first of 2 pit stops, I'm going to assume. I don't even think you can make this track in one stop. What was that, Watkins Glen or something? They were only using single fuel wear too. They weren't using 2 times fuel wear. So normally a car uses, like, on average these cars use about 3 to 3 point, well, between 2.8 and like 3.5 liters of fuel per lap. But we have it as 2 times fuel wear. SRM has this 2 times fuel wear. So technically they're using like 5.6 to like 6.5 liters a lap, which is insane considering each car. I think the biggest tank is like 120 liters. So that's a lot of fuel to be using per lap. That was 2-minute lap times. Michael getting held up. Michael did make it past Dino Faldetta. I actually missed that. Too busy talking about other stuff. Michael Brooks making it past Dino, and now he's stuck behind the back marker of Andy Birch, which is actually going to let Dennis Van de Ven just drive into the distance. Looks like Nikolai, or Vernol has actually made it past Nikolai now. I don't know if Nikolai had, as I just say that, Mateo makes a mistake coming out of the chicane, out of the hairpin. Let's see if anybody's going to get hit by Mateo. Poor Andy, no! That poor guy. Oh, I don't mean to laugh, Andy, but that is honestly the first one. Not really your fault. You kind of got squirrely, hit the grass a little bit, then whatever, and then here, not really your fault again. That's just, dude, you're just not having any luck today. Oh, that sucks. And Mateo, I even watched it. Mateo spun in front of Nikolai. Oh, this is way easier for Nikolai now. Way easier. He's got like a 3-second gap. Poor freaking guy, man. That's funny. Okay, now Dino and Michael can work on catching back up to Van de Ven. And Mada has actually brought the gap down to Jordan Schwartz to a second, and Ben Scullions pulled that gap down to Pedro down to less than 5 seconds from the 9 that it was earlier. And that was like 3 laps ago. Holy hell balls, Batman. Let's stay on board with this little fight. Remember, Andy Birch in that Porsche is not in the battle. He's a back marker, so oh, that poor frick. He's been bitch slapped like twice this race now. 3rd time is going to be the charm, and he's just going to say screw it and send it on somebody. He will full send it on somebody. Ooh, Mateo is right on the heels of Dino Faldetta. Oh, Mateo going a little bit wide. That's going to give Valentin Iliev. They tried. Valentin did back out, thinking better of trying to go too wide through there. That was a good decision by Valentin. Everybody else is spread out. Andrea Zampini has a 7-second gap to Nikolai now. This is, unless Andrea really fucks up, it's going to be, pardon my language, it's going to be a... Oh, Ricardo Esnagi has pulled over. I'm going to assume he's DNFing. Or was he just letting people by? Yep, he's DNFing, I think. Back on board with Matteo Vernol. And then, actually, let's go back on board with Andrea Zampini. This is an important battle, because if something happens to Andrea and Nikolai can get past him, or even gain on it, like catch a lot of time back, it'll change a lot of things. Mada's got a nice toe from Jordan going into the turn 2. The mountain pass entrance? What have I been calling it? I can't even remember. The Mountain of Death. Ben pulling that gap down to 3.8 seconds. I want to see Ben catch him, and then they have a good fight for the rest of the race. Oh, Dino. Oh, no. Dino's high-centered on the curb. Dino got high centered on the curb. Okay, that's good for everybody to know that you can get high centered on the curb in turn 2. Now that we've embarrassed him enough, let's go back on board with Mada here, as he's made a little bit of a boo-boo and allowed Matteo Vernol to catch back, or Andrea Zampini, sorry, same car, different driver. Allowed Andrea to catch right back up. Let's see, Matteo Vernol. I don't know if Matteo's driving. He's got to be driving with damage. He hit that wall pretty hard. He's got to be driving with damage. Because he's just dropping back farther and farther now. Poor guy. Was trying his best to help his teammate out, and unfortunately pushed a little bit too hard, and it's just falling back down the grid. I thought he was going to send it on the kink. That would have been freaking hilarious. Never again, Eric. Never ever say that again. Oh, here we go. This is a nice little battle. We got Arcturus Kamal and Valerio Margarito battle for 16th at the back of the pack. Only one DNF so far out of 23 drivers, I think we have. 23 drivers. So our smallest grid, and we've only had one DNF. And Schoolian's pulled that gap down to 3.2 seconds, dude. Holy. But like I said, he was like half a second faster than everybody in qualifying, I think. He did a 59.8, and I think the next closest one was... Oh no, he was 2 seconds faster. 2/10 faster. I want to go back on board with Matteo Vernol here. And then we're going to go back up a little bit farther with Madonna Andrea here in a second. Nikolai is kind of in no man's land. He's got a 7-second gap ahead and then 10-second gap behind, so he's going to be just driving to catch up. Mada and Andrea Zampini and Jordan Schwartz. Let's see how they can do. Let's see how they do. Things are going to get a little bit, I think they're going to get a little bit boring for a bit. Battling wise, as everybody kind of just settles in for the last, or until they come into their pit strategies, and then Pedro's coming for his pit stop. So is Ben. And Ben's pit stall was earlier. Here goes Mada. So it's going to be interesting to see where, if Ben can come out closer to Pedro or if he comes out ahead of Pedro. Because he was on an absolute howler. As now we watch the battle for the lead. Oh, we're going to go back to... Oh no, Matteo just made it past Joss van der Sturen. And I think Joss has got a little bit... Oh, they're both going to go into the pits, of course. This is where things are going to get interesting, because I'm going to be flip-flopping around and trying to pick people, and then they're going to be diving into the pits as soon as I click on their names. This is the battle for 4th, as you can see in your bottom right-hand corner. Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't give you one. It sucks. Dino's coming to the pits. Mistral's coming to the pits. Schoolian's still in the pits. Schoolian and Pedro still in the pits, so we'll see. Oh, but Pedro is off. He's... Ooh, where is... Pedro's out. Where's Ben? Oh, I clicked on the wrong name. Oh, no, he lost time in the pits. He must have put more fuel in. He lost lots of time. That's really unfortunate for Ben, because he's now 15 seconds behind Pedro. Andrea Zampini's just driving. He has a... Yeah, he's got 6 seconds to Nikolai behind him, and I know they're going to be pitting probably this lap or next lap, so... Go on board with Michael. Let's give Michael some screen time. He's finally racing today. Let's give him some screen time. I mean, he gets lost all the time. He's always got good battles going on side by side through Indianapolis. Let's see, is he going to outbreak Van de Ven? Nope. Just playing it safe. He did tell me that he was just racing for fun today. He wasn't going to be pushing hard, so. As they both dive into the pits. Lovely. Okay, let's go on board with Pedro. He's got a back marker in front of him, and then Paolo Nucci there in that red and black R8. Oh, back marker trying to spit dust in Pedro's face. That's not very nice. I know you're mad that you're getting lapped, but that's not very nice, man. Is he gonna let off for the kink? Okay, he did. I was just like, geez, this guy's not being very nice. Ben Sculian's hot on the heels of Valerio Margarito. Van de Ven, Zampini, and Brooks are all in the pits. Nikolai probably going to be trying to do a one-stopper. See if it'll work out for him. Sculian all over Valerio's bumper here. I was going to say, pit strategy's got to be coming to play here shortly. Alright, let's go back on board with Pedro. We got to see. Ben is. Yeah, he's 18 seconds behind Pedro. So he actually lost a lot of time in the pits. And I didn't see if it was because he had to squeeze himself out of other cars that were stopped in front of him or what. But going into the pits 3.5 seconds behind, coming out 18.5 seconds behind. That kind of sucks. Yeah. There's nothing really else to be said about that. Homebird Jackaboy for a second here. Jack's just, he's vibing. He's got a massive gap in front and a massive gap behind. He's just vibing. Yes, very, very good recovery. And I mean, he's still up 4 places from where he started. So I mean, good freaking drive. Pedro is all over the tail of Paolo Nucci. It doesn't force him, but makes a very good move up the inside of the hairpin coming out of the mountain pass. And now he just has some clean air. He will be able to just drive away. And all 3 people in front of him, Schwartz, Bezrikov, and Iliev, they all still have yet to pit. So that is going to come into play as well. Oh, Iliev is in the pits, as I mentioned. Oh, I heard chatter from Jackaboy, so I figured I'd go check on him. Paolo Nucci still hasn't come into the pits yet. I know he's got a pit. Oh no, he pitted early, I think. Number of stops. Let's put that on this on the change. Wait, did I just see that right? I think I'm dreaming. Yeah, I think I envisioned something that it wasn't actually there. I thought Ben was like a second behind Pedro. I was like, no, that doesn't sound right. Jordan Schwartz up in the lead by 5 seconds. Matteo Vernol and Joss Van der Steur, and this is going to be our closest battle for the time being. They have been lapped by Jordan Schwartz, as Jordan still has yet to pit. So, Matteo getting a little bit out of sorts going into the chicane. How many of those are you going to make? As you can see, Paolo Nucci. Oh, Ben has made a pit stop. I don't know why it says it hasn't made a pit stop. Jordan Schwartz has come in now. You can see Nikolai in the background. Here he comes. There's Nikolai. Coming for payback on Vernol. That's okay. Nikolai's leading now. Jordan Schwartz is in the pits. Oh, Ben, did you have an incident with yourself? He was gaining on Paolo, and he... Oh, no. I'm looking at 2 different times. Sorry, my bad. Ignore me. Ignore me. Ignore me. We're going to go back on board with Mateo here. Oh, as he bounces off the wall. Don't do that again. That wouldn't be good. We still have... Nikolai still has to pit. Palanucci still has to pit. And everybody else, I think, has hit the pit lanes, so... Yes, Eric, I know you don't know, okay? Again, well, I guess again, he's being very, very quiet though. He's trying to be a good boy. He's trying not to scream. He's making himself tea.
They don't let me speak here.
Oh, Jordan got a penalty. He must have sped in the pit lane. Jordan, what are you doing? Turned his pit limiter off. I bet anything he turned his pit limiter off like a hair too soon. A hair too soon. No, it can't be a hair too late because he would have been fine. Oh yeah, he could have come in too fast. That's fair. Yes. Very fair. Very, very fair. This is still our closest battle. Mateo and Jos van der Steur in the battle for 13th. I don't know if Mateo fixed his damage or if he had damage. As Nikolai comes into the pits, he is going to be able to do a one-stop race. So, good for him. Ignore Ben's no stops. We all watched him do a pit stop. I don't know why it's saying that he hasn't stopped. Mateo Vernol. Jos van der Steur doing a very good job of keeping his composure with Mateo hot on his heels. Knowing Mateo is a very quick driver. Oh, Mateo getting squirrely coming out of that corner. 40k an hour pit speed? Holy. That's a slow pit speed. Jesus. Okay, Tomas is letting us know that, yeah, he did speed going in. So you were right, Eric. That's a really slow pit speed. 40 kilometers? I mean, it is a very short pit lane, so that kind of makes sense as to why it would be so. Oh no, Jordan. Jordan having issues. Oh, he's coming to the pit lane, that's why. For the 1,000th time this series, yeah, poor guy. Here we go. We got a battle with Mada and Van de Ven. Let's see how it goes. Sculian's got a 15-second gap to make up to Pedro. It was about 18 coming out of the pits, so he's pulled it back slowly. It's slow because it's up. That is genius. No, Tomas just said it's slow because it's upside down. Because they're in Australia. Everything's backwards and upside down. Oh, my dog giving the headlight flash to the back marker, telling him to get out of the way. Everything spins the opposite way down there. Nikolai is, yeah, I think it'll be, Nikolai will probably be the only guy till one stop. Everybody else, there's a few people that pitted like 25 minutes into the race. So they might have to do a splash and dash at the end. But Nikolai pitting at like the 36-minute mark, 37-minute mark, he'll have enough fuel to go the rest of the race. Easy peasy, one stop it. As long as he remembered to change his tires. We've seen so many people get disqualified because they don't change their freaking tires. They're leaving on one tire compound for the entire race. Yeah. Unless people are really fuel saving, like really fuel saving. I think I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna have to do a two-stopper. Are you trying to read? Yeah, Colin had lost internet. As soon as qualifying ended, his internet died. Poor Colin, man. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna have to massively save fuel, like be on safety car mix for the straight, and then be coasting, like lifting and coasting through corners and stuff, because that's a lot of fuel that you're gonna have to save. But that's really the only place that you're gonna be able to save fuel, right? Jackaboy right now, where is he? Jack's up in P9, my man. He's up in P9. And right now he is on the lead lap, so. Yeah. Let's go back on board with Mada and Van de Ven here. I smell fresh tape. You just opened the package and went, holy, that's the smell of tape. Yep. High on tape fumes. Better than paint fumes. I don't know. Hey man, I grew up through that age. Madal looking up the inside of the kink. That was very well done. See those brakes getting red hot from having to brake so hard. Madal's really putting the pressure on Van de Ven here. Surprised his brother's not watching. His brother should come out and watch again. Van de Ven's had 2 good races in a row. Dastan in the background. Squirrely coming out of the last corner. Nikolai right behind him. In the battle for 6th. If Zampini has to pit again, I might give the win to Nikolai. Oh. Yeah, we don't want to go in and bug him. We just want to let him drive. He's doing good. We just want to let Jack drive. Oh, Pedro's put on the afterburners. I just noticed the gap gone up from 15 to 19. Unless Ben had a little bit of a mishap, which he might have. It's a lot of just follow the leader on this track. Yeah, that's what I figured. Because he, Zampini pitted what, around the 6-minute mark, 47-minute mark, I think. Yeah, because the pit lane is so slow, he's going to have to be like 45 seconds in front of him. I think if he wants to be able to pull it out, he's got to have a 45-second gap. And it looks like right now he's got a 22-second gap. So he's got to push hard for the rest of the race. Oh. Howard's back here struggling with our fantastic tape machine, tape gun, tape. It's not even a tape gun. He's trying to keep his mouth shut about it. Howard is trying to keep his mouth shut so he doesn't sleep in the doghouse. Hey, I can get it to work. It takes a bit, but we can get it to work. Alright, drag race. Here we go. Madal's got a nice little draft going up into turn 2. Was Madal one of the ones with weight ballast? No, he was not. Madal's picked the inside line. Dennis Van de Ven's giving him the inside going to turn 2. They're side by side going into turn 3. Is Dennis going to back out or is he going to stick it? No, they're sticking it too wide into turn 3. Madal goes into the wall. Collect. Oh, good save from both drivers. That was close. Howard's busy taping a box. That was a nice pass by Madog going up the hill. That was really well done. A little bit sketchy, but it was really well done. Nikolai now 21 seconds behind Zampini. Where is he? There's Nikolai. Catching up to Dastan, who is going to have to pit again. Next, like, 20 minutes. Yellow in Sector 1. Uh-oh. Bit. Monsieur Dino. Oh, Dino's got a nice little fight with Gigi Mistral here. Ferrari and the McLaren. See if Dino can put on the pressure. This is the battle for like 18th or something. 13th. I was wrong. Look, Dino gonna finish in the points again. Good for him. Maybe he'll move up a couple more spots. I don't know. I can't. He's like 4 points behind the guy in front of him. So it's. Okay, Jack is coming into the pits now. It'll be just a splash, and it'll be just enough fuel to get him for the last half hour because he had to pit so early after that. After all the damage from early on. And he did start 16th, so we will see how he comes out of that. Come on, Dino, push hard. Catch up to JJ there. Ooh, Sculian's 20 seconds behind Pedro. I don't think Sculian's getting his win. He pushed hard, but it looks like he might have a little bit of damage. He's losing a lot of time. Not a lot of time. He's losing like 2/10 a lap to Pedro. They both will. That's gonna be, yeah. And he did come out, Pedro did come out of the pits way earlier than Sculian, so he's gonna be using, he would have used more fuel sooner, so he probably gonna be coming in a lap sooner, maybe? Sculian might be fuel saving too, because he did lose like 5 seconds in like a handful of laps. Dastan dives into the pit lane. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Jackaboy comes out of the pits in 19th there. Oh, Vanderstern has DNF. No, that's 2 this race. That's okay. It's better than like 6 at the beginning of the season. We were averaging lots at the beginning of the season. Dino's right on the tail end of JJ Mistral here now, coming out of the hairpin onto the back straight. He has a nice little draft. We've seen a lot of passes come from having the draft and taking the inside line into the kink. Nope, he's gonna take the inside line now. Just had to wait for that little bit, the little extra speed from the draft to catch him. Very easy pass when you can stay that close coming out of the hairpin. A little bit too much grass there, Dino, but that's okay.
Somebody wants to hear me.
Tomas. Talk louder.
No, we're gonna put a GoFundMe for a new microphone.
For a new microphone. There we go.
GoFundMe. Send us money, guys.
Go buy some merch. Go buy some merch so we can buy a mic. Okay, so Nikolai's gap to Zampini is now 19 seconds, less than 19 seconds. So when Zampini pits, he'll come out. He'll probably come out just in front of Brooks or just behind Brooks, is what I'm going to say, depending on how the rest of the next few laps go. But Nikolai catching up to Van de Ven, pushing hard. Tell him where to. You type the address in the thing, and Tomas will send you a mic. Oh no, Cliff will send you a mic. It's Tomas that'll send you the mic. Sorry. Crashed your Go Lab. Here we go. Cliff is in the chat now. Now we're gonna get some smack talk. Now we're gonna get some smack talk. And then if Colin pipes in, we'll get some more smack talk. That'll be awesome. Nikolai's pushing hard to catch up to Van de Ven here, and Van de Ven's catching back markers too in the mount. Oh, before the mountain. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, he's gonna let him by? He does. He does. Now he's gotta let Nikolai by. Oh no, poor Nikolai gets screwed. Okay, what? Okay, what? Huh? What did I miss? I'll also have to go and do some more hot lap challenges, spend more of my money there. Karen Van de Ven. Yes, the smack talk. Okay, Cliff, in your opinion, who's the Karen? I need to know. Oh, Dennis, I forgot about him. You guys are freaking mean to each other. That's awesome. I love it. I mean, they're brothers, so they're allowed to be that way with each other. Arcturus and Valerio here, and Jacoboy's right on their tail. Pedro's in the pits. Cliff loves you that much. I don't. Okay, to be fair, nobody. Nobody. What am I gonna say? Nobody loves somebody else more than you love your Porsche. Okay, that is just unhealthy. Yeah, you gotta take it up with Tomas. Him and Auntie Rassy, man, they have some very weird love affair with their Porsche 911s. So we have two Karens. Well, we have three. We have Cliff, Dennis. We have both Van de Vens, and we have Tomas now. There's three Karens in this league, apparently. Oh, Jack doing good at Mateo. This is a good little battle. We got Mateo Vernol hot on Jack's heels. And then Jack is on Arcturus Kamal. And then on Valerio Margarito as Arcturus takes a little bit too much curbing. Me anti-Porsche. Yeah, that's true. I found that out from the Discord chat. Okay, so Ben did a lot. This chicken doesn't want to do that with us. So Ben must have saved a ginormous amount of fuel in those couple laps where he lost 5 seconds to Pedro. He must have saved a lot of fuel because he's been out for an extra lap now compared to Sculian. And here comes Zampini into the pits. Let's see where that should put Nikolai. Arcturus is going to come in for his last pit stop. Same with Mada. Jack's getting a good little peek. And he's got Mateo. Is Mateo going to send it up the inside? Nope, just having a peek. Oh, Valerio breaking a little bit early, I think, for Jack. Going board with Van de Ven here. He's caught up to Nikolai. Oh, I know Ben has to pit again. I know that's for sure. I'm just saying, where is it going to put him in relation to Gomez? Because right now he's got about 40 seconds. If he can go in and do a quick splash and dash for enough fuel or whatever, he'll be okay. That I'm not sure about. I have no idea if he double stinted his first set of tires. Yeah, Ben's got a 40-second gap. It's going to be interesting to see where Schooling comes out in regards to Pedro. But we do know that Nikolai doesn't have to pit again, so he will beat Zampini, because Zampini's 4 spots behind him. Ben's still out. He's still out there driving. Where's Jack Boy? Where is he? Where'd he go? There he is. All right. Drag race into the typical. Drag race into the kink. I think that's just his braking zone. That's just his braking area. He's not confident on the brakes. Pedro's caught right up now. Pedro's going to send it up the inside. Yep. That was a good pass. That's fair. This is a good little battle. Nikolai 35. Yeah, he's got a nice toe from Pedro now too. Oh, Pedro's moved back over. Jack's just got to keep Valerio boxed in. If he can just keep him boxed in, it'll be move made. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's just the guy doesn't have the confidence under the brakes, so he's braking a little bit sooner than everybody else is. That's all it is. Come on, Ben, come into the pits. I want to see where you come out compared to Pedro. I mean, it is... Ben's got a 42-second gap, so if Ben comes in and does a splash and dash, he should be able to come out, like, right around Pedro. It's going to be very, very close. Let's go on board with Jordan Schwartz here. He's got Mada and Valentin Iliev in front of him. Oh, no, that's not Valentin Iliev. That is a back marker in front of Mada. 15 minutes, so about 15 is like 8 laps. Ish. Alrighty. Vandeven has come into the pits. Where's he going to come out, I wonder? So here's...
Just doing one is better.
You think he's going to come out behind Gomez by 10 seconds? Okay, good. Dennis isn't going to get DQ'd for not changing his tires. Good boy. Oh, Jordan is flashing the lights at the back marker of, I think that's Arcturus. Ben shouldn't have to, I don't think. It's going to be so close. Okay, let's see if Ben comes in this lap. He did a lot of fuel saving, so it's gonna be super, super close. Because he has pulled out an extra 4 seconds from the last time. All right, now we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch that live timing and see what happens. Oh, Ben's is all foobarred. Yeah, Ben's pit timer's all foobarred. Okay, here comes Pedro. Down the back stretch. Let's see what happens. Coming through the chicane. Oh, what? There's Ben. Okay, there's Ben coming out now. Yeah, there goes Pedro. It's that 40 kilometers, dude. That 40 kilometer an hour is so freaking hard to get past. Shit, he lost 2 spots. Or 3 spots, I guess. I mean, Nikolai, we knew he was going to lose a spot to Nikolai for sure. So he lost. Ben lost. He came out about 26 seconds behind. Yeah, he came out 26 seconds behind. So he lost more time. That sucks. That's just painful. But Nikolai, unless he does something horribly, horribly wrong in the next 12 minutes, Nikolai will be our SRM. I don't know what season this is, guys, but this will be the SRM 2022 GT3 Championship winner will be Nikolai in the Mercedes. The only car, or the only person to choose the Merc, wins the championship. I guess everybody next year is going to be choosing the Merc. That's just going to be how it is. Give the race leader a little bit of screen time here, as everybody else is super spread out. Nope. That's what I was saying, Colin. It makes no sense how fast or how big of a gap Pedro made to Ben. Like, everybody's like, oh, it's going to be like between 5 and 10 seconds. It ended up being 26 seconds. Like, where did all the extra time come from? Let's go forward, Jacoboy here. He's catching up to Jonas Lages in battle for 13th. Gonna have to go back and look at the replay, I think, and see what happened. If it was just a glitch, or that's a big gaggle of cars coming up behind these guys. Holy! Jacoboy just staying composed. Don't know. If Pedro didn't change his tires, then the stewards will have to look at it after the race, because I have no idea. Madad DNF'd. He was having such a good race. Oh, it's 18 seconds now. It was 26 when he first came out of the pits. It said 26 seconds. But yes, it is 18 seconds now. Sorry, Cliff. It's technically both. But he did come out of the pits, and it did say 34 seconds behind the leader, and Pedro was 6 seconds behind the leader, so it was 26 seconds. And now it's saying 25 and 5, so it's 20 seconds now. Yeah, Pedro gained so much time in the first pit stop. I honestly want to think it might be because Ben's pit stall is right at the front. Because when he came in, he stopped like instantly. When him and Pedro came in at the same time, he stopped basically. He stopped before Pedro did. And Michael Brooks coming into the pits for his last stop. as Jack has now caught up to Jonas Lagesson here. Right? Am I right with that name? I sure am. Look at me go. This is the battle for 12th now, as the last few people come into the pits to do their quick little splash and dash. Ooh, that was close. Looked like Jonas almost took the nose off of Jack's car. I think it looked like he had to check up a little bit because he just came across really quick. Jack's gets a really good exit. He's going to have to back out, though, and give the spot. Yeah. You just don't want to go too wide. If he can stick with them, like right on his tail end the whole way through, he'll easily get him on the straight. I think he's on... he might be on fresher tires too. Yeah, Jack won't have weirdly worn rubber. See, now if he can get a really good exit out of here, which he does, now he's just got to stay in the slipstream. He's a little bit too far away to make the move in the kink, but maybe before the chicane. I think he got a little bit tail happy coming out. Man, the draft is so powerful on this track. That gap, did you see how fast that gap came down? Like in the last 200 meters before the kink. And then Jonas going off track. Side by side, side by side. Oh, keep it together, Jack. Yeah, nice save. A little bit of a slide. Mania Gt3 all I would have needed was 4th position since you and Nicio didn't race. Come on, Denise. Actually, speaking of which, we'll go on board with Denise right now. Oh, Tomas is correcting him. It's Karen, not Denise. You know what? Both names that we'll use from now on. Anytime Cliff is in the chat, we'll use Denise. Anytime Tomas is in the chat, we'll use Karen. Come on, Karen. Come on, Dennis. Your brother's cheering you on. It may not seem like it, but he is. Ticking him off to make him drive better. And then they're going to be coming up to a back marker here soon, too. Battle for 7th. Just play it easy. Stay in the slipstream for the straight. Gets a better exit because Valentine goes off track a little bit there. Freaking guys. That Porsche is just having a lot more top end than the BMW by the looks of it. Hit a much better exit, but still. Very easy move. Oh, what happened to Ben? The timing just jumped up like 5 seconds. What the heck? And Dennis is literally just driving away from Valentine now. Valentine's got to be driving with issues. Car issues. To not offend anybody. Oh, as always, superior. You know what? Tomas, you and your freaking Porsche, dude, just... I don't want to know. Okay? I heard too much in the Discord. I saw too much in the Discord. I don't want to know. No, they don't. After what I heard and saw in the Discord chat, they do not. Volkswagen Beetle power. German power. Yeah, we'll not use that word, yeah. Everybody's too spread out. Come on. Even Michael's not freaking near anybody. Of course, Nizio's not here for him to battle with, so. Yeah, I heard that they wanted to, but I don't know if. Oh, Andy getting all out of sorts in the background. Holy crikey! I wonder if Jordan's gonna slow down for his teammate. Give Michael Brooks one last hurrah this season. No, it's probably more like 70-30. Jordan's beating him, so why would he slow down? 50-50-80 rule?
Yeah, you've got a 50-50 chance. 80% of the time you're wrong.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh.
Oh, you missed me.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? That's a popular one too. Zampini's got back marker in front of him. Oh, he's got Dino as a back marker in front of him. Let's see if Dino plays games and just kind of sits in front of him. We got 2 laps left. No, Fred chases Dino. Dino steals the stakes.
Well, that's true.
Nikolai is going back up the hill. So we are definitely going to get 2 more this lap and 1 more. The Weebmobile. You know who would be very, very, very proud? Jimmy Broadbent, the king of weebs, of sim racing weebs. He'd be very, very proud.
Maybe Jimmy's watching.
No, he's streaming. I know, because before we started streaming, I saw that he was streaming, and he had just started. But no, our stream's better. He's playing some weird game, as per normal. That's just Jimmy. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back here. Oh, hey, look, Arcturus and Andy Birch have a nice little battle for P17. And Stan in the background. These guys will probably, excuse me, these guys will probably. No, they're gonna get 1 more after this one. Tell Broadbent to start a watch party for the end of our stream. Go into his chat and tell him that. Send him the link and everything. Okay, these guys got this lap and then 1 more. See if Arcturus can pull a spot. Come up into 17th. And he seems to have a little more pace through the mountain. But Arcturus is a little bit better everywhere else. Get rid of this. But we will see. Jump over the thing, come down, slow the car down to get around that left-hand kink. And back down the mountain we go. In the very twisty, slow downhill section. Arcturus losing the back end just a hair. Coming into the hairpin. Can he gain some ground? Jordan has to pick because he's a lap short on fuel. He's got to pull a bend and just let the car roll around the track. If he can get to the downhill section of the mountain, all he's got to do is coast. Put it in neutral and coast. Just let the car coast down the hill. Oh, before the kink, yeah. Well, if he gets enough speed, he might. He might. Yeah, that's the one thing we're all wondering is if he did. Yeah, there goes Jordan into the pits. Is that gonna give? No, Jack's a little bit. I was thinking Jackaboy might gain a spot from that, but he's a little bit too far behind. That's okay. Jack's still up 4 spots from where he started. After both the incident and his incident in qualifying. So Jackaboy having a very good drive. Matteo Vernol is caught up to Paolo Nucci. Two R8s gonna duke it out in the last lap. And Nikolai coming across the pit lane for his win. Pedro right behind him. First and second. And here comes Sculian. Hey, Jackaboy's in the background. This will be Jackaboy's last lap as well. Gonna get a P12. And Sculian comes across the line in third to finish out your podium. Zampino, here comes Dino and Zampini. Zampini in fourth. Where's Michael? Oh, he's just coming down the straight. Holy. He's way back there. Oh, Paolo Nucci DNF'd? What? Did he quit before he crossed the line? Because if he pulls out before he crosses the line, then he gets a DNF. Unless he DNF'd up the mountain. He must have DNF'd going up the mountain. Because, yeah, we said he had one more lap left. Matteo Vernol was behind him. Here comes Michael. And then Dennis, Denise, Karen, whatever you want to call them, coming across the line in sixth. And then here comes Dastan in the sandwich of back markers, coming across the line in seventh. And Mr. Schwartz. One more corner left. Gonna come across the line in eighth. Black flag. Oh, black flag's out. Oh, seriously? So it's not a checker flag, it's a black flag? That's lame. Alright, I just noticed that. And then Valentin Ilyev coming across the line to round out your top 10. Preferred Denise? Okay, we'll call him Denise. Well done, well done, well done. Jackaboy's in the pits. Denise is good. See, everybody's agreeing on Denise. Everybody agrees on Denise. Everybody is done. Everybody's crossed the line. Well done. Congrats to Nikolai for first place finish. Do that for a second. Nikolai first place. Pedro Gomez second place. And Ben Sculian third. Your podium. And Matteo Vernol actually taking fastest lap, getting that extra point. So Ben going to get the 2 points for pole. The extra 2 points for pole. And Matteo Vernol going to get the extra point for fastest lap. I don't understand how the whole thing with Paolucci DNFing but still finishing 7th, or 11th, I don't know what's going on there. But good race from everybody. Congrats to Nikolai for taking the championship. Good on him. Zampini, I think, is still going to come second, regardless of what happens. So, I'm just checking to see if Jack wants to come in and talk about his race. If not, then we're going to do our goodbyes and stuff, as we have work to do, work to get to. And then next season, if we are streaming next season, we're going to interview people every race. Yeah, definitely send me DM if you want us to continue streaming. Just put it in the, I'm sure Michael or somebody will put something in the Discord channel for you guys to vote on for us to keep streaming, or Dino will, or whatever. Pedro did change tires. Interesting. So I'm going to pass you over to Howard. He's going to give his thank yous and all that good stuff, and then we'll finish up and go from there.
Hey guys, thanks for a great season. Thank you to all our viewers. Where's the chair? There we and all of our supporters and followers, and especially the racers. Wow, you guys have put on an exciting season. Thank you so much for joining us and allowing us to join you by proxy and share the excitement of Sim Racing Mania's GT3 season. It was an excellent season. I think it's the last racing for league-wise for 2022, and it will be for us anyways. Let us know how we did in the stream and the commentary. I think we're coming along very nicely. But please let us know. Reach out. I did want to thank our sponsors for this season of racing. Hotel Blackfoot. They're just up the road from us. As everyone knows, and you can easily come down here if you are in the Calgary area and need to stay somewhere. It's an awesome place to stay. Thanks to the FN40s podcast. We get shouted out every Wednesday, I think, is when they stream. From them, and they're a great group of people there. Always interesting stuff going on FN40's podcast. And thanks to our efforts to launch our e-commerce store with our awesome array of Formula One merchandise, VR equipment, and various odds and ends of other stuff. Reach out, take a look, see what you think. We'll ship just about everywhere in the world. We'd love to see what you guys think. Join go fund us for a new microphone so we have more than one headset to stream with. I did want to thank our wonderful Richard Hooper there. He puts this all together. We've got an array of screens and technology going on. We're always hoping to improve, and that's through the support of people like you guys. We love the interactive nature of our broadcasts now. Thank you to all of you who comment. It really makes it a lot more fun for us. And then we did want to say just a really big thank you to SRM for putting on what we think is one of the best leagues out there on R Factor 2, who we should also mention because that's where we're racing most of the time. Best physics in a driving racing simulator, in my humble opinion. There we go. So that's a wrap on this. Please continue subscribing. The strength of our channel means we can do some more stuff in the future. We'd love to be racing and streaming in SRM's further pursuits. I guess best of the year to all of you, and I love you all.
Awesome. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me now. Seems like you can.
Yeah. Oh, and thank you to Jack for racing. Yeah, thanks for the support, guys. Yeah.
Right there. Yeah, waving. There you go. Congrats to Jack. Congrats to Nikolai for the win. As Howard said, thank you so much for stopping by, guys. Thanks for the 100 subscribers, 102 subscribers. We'd love it if you guys keep subscribing. We have a couple leagues that we do with some customers in town here, and they're going to be starting up a league, I think, in like January, some Formula One stuff. So I think we're going to be streaming some of those, if not all of them. So definitely come by and check that out. Subscribe if you want to see some of that. It's going to be hectic. It was hectic last season. They did the races, so it's going to be hectic this season. Definitely go check that out, or come and check that out. And then lastly, thank you to the sponsors. Cliff, Tomas, thanks for hanging out. Michael, hey, thanks for coming in at the end. Colin, unfortunate, dude, that your internet died on you, but hey, Jack did you proud. He got a good P12 out of it. Ooh, as it lowered my chair. There we go. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Thanks for all the subscribers. Thanks for hanging out with us. It definitely makes commentating a little bit nicer when I'm not just talking about nothing or waiting for there to be a battle for me to talk about. So, but that's the end of the stream, guys. Good season. Thanks to Sim Racing Mania, Michael Brooks, Dino Fildetta, Tomas, all the other stewards, admins, everything, for putting on such a great series, great season. And I look forward to seeing you guys next season. And yeah, peace.